What's up? What's up?
What is up, guys?
Good evening.
Welcome to Infinity Times Infinity Studios. You guys are where it's at.
Yes.
Today, we are having an exciting show. Today, we're talking about workflows. First of all, I'm here with D-Rock.
What's up, everybody?
Yo, I'm going to throw in the quad view so that everybody can see who D-Rock is. D-Rock?
Yes, feel
It's
free.
D-Rock.
I think I have it now.
Okay, great.
Oh no, that's preview. Damn it. My bad.
That's all right. Okay. No worries. We're here with Derek. We're here with Dan. Infinity Times Infinity Studios. Go to the .com, right?
That's right, always.
Okay.
There is a .com, there is a YouTube, there is a Twitch. What's up my YouTublets? What's up my Twitches?
All right. Be social. You know what I mean? Click some buttons. Look at, like, hit those like buttons. I don't know. What do you do, Derek?
Click every button.
Click them all at once.
Okay. At Infinity Times Infinity Studios, we have an insane workflow here. We could talk days and days about our workflow, but what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the meatiest subject of all, which is how are we running our computers and what are we running out of? What are we streaming out of? Of course, we've had many videos about this before, but like the monster is real. The monster is totally real, y'all. Like we have wires crossing up wires, like things are happening and it's growing exponentially, right?
Ale.
Hey,
Yeah, there's always things.
there's always
And,
things.
Sometimes the things are like pretend things, like in a box that's pretend. And sometimes they're like real things, like in actual boxes that you can touch with your fingers.
Yeah.
And
So that's one thing as like what is the like what kind of studio do you want to have? Because the way we decided to start out was kind of more of a in the box, everything in the box type of studio, and it hasn't been that way. It's actually starting to grow and evolve into out of the box.
That's right.
What?
Finger
Out
the box.
of the box. I mean, is this a real thing? Like, of course, how do you want to run your studio? Like, do you just have a small home studio and you don't have room for 2 drum sets or, like full on, like 17 guitars and whatever and like all these bus compressors that just keep happening to fall into the studio.
oh, there might be, he's foreshadowing again, folks. There might be topics in the future pertaining to hardware compressors. That's right, you heard it here first.
Right. And you guys came here for the mic booster challenges. You
Yes.
came here for the head challenges.
Yes, thank you for that. We
Thank
appreciate
you for that. And we're just here to show you how much we've grown, really. Like, you know what? We should do like a video of us just like the fucking like full year of...
How much I've grown? Oh no, I don't want
Yeah, we've been
I wanna
doing
do a video
some
on that.
growing. Not in that way, Dan.
Oh.
I'm not talking about that way.
Oh,
okay?
you mean like
I'm talking about muscle. Yeah.
growing?
I'm
I grow.
about,
I'm not shower, okay? I'm grower, okay? This type of growing. I know now what you mean, okay? That's what you mean.
Yeah. So
Grower.
we're growers, we're not showers or whatever. However
So,
you want to talk about it.
In the old tablet, it says video can't be played because the file is corrupt on our
What?
on our live stream in Twitch.
That's
so-
hilarious.
So clearly that isn't the case, right?
No.
Because it's a live stream. So this tablet is perhaps incapable of streaming live.
I think that those tablets, like I'm not gonna say any names, but possibly have some planned obsolescence going on there where
Yeah.
it's like, oh, your shit's corrupt. No, it's not. It should run this. It ran
Oh,
it
yeah.
last week.
It can run it good too.
Yeah, it ran it last week. I don't understand. Or the week before that. Is somebody calling you, Derek?
No,
We can take callers on the show.
that
I
means
would
he's
love
going to
take some
turn
callers
into a
on the show.
lizard live on air.
Can I please take some callers on the show? I want to call.
He's chugged already several Dr. Peppers, and still he's crashing.
Right.
So,
all right.
the wonders of modern medicine. Thank you.
The
Thank you,
antics.
science.
We love the antics. So today we're going to talk about our workflow. I really want to talk a little bit about the Apple MacBook Air with the M1 chip, the one that Dan has, working with the Mac Mini and the ATEM Mini Pro ISO, right?
Yeah. So basically what Philip's referring to is the video side of our workflow.
Yeah.
So this is a workflow that's comprised of a video side and an audio side.
Right.
So he's going to talk about the way the video side works, which is what he's talking about. The ATEM Mini is a streaming platform, and the Sling Studio is also a streaming platform. So the difference is that the ATEM Mini is being fed into a camera link so that the Sling Studio thinks of it as essentially what a camera would be, a wireless camera input would be.
Mm-hmm.
So then we just feed that input with all four from the ATEM, right?
Yeah.
So there's audio that goes along with that too that we'll talk about. But
Right.
in terms of the video part, this is half of where we get some of what we're doing, right? Because this computer is connected to that computer in there, and this desktop that this computer is displaying is the actual desktop that's being displayed in there on that computer.
Right.
So it's sharing the screen from the Mac Mini in there. And
so the way we did that intro title, he's just showing his desktop whenever he does the intro title and controls it from the MacBook Air.
Yep. So right now I can again be unprofessional and show you the desktop with the ATEM software control up, and then down there in quadrant 3 this time.
Right.
I guess our quadrants got switched up, but our top quadrants are as they always are. So
Yeah.
mostly it's cohesive. 3 might be better for this week. So 3 now, because I switched it right here on this MacBook Air, the M1 MacBook Air, is now displaying the desktop from in there because I'm using the ATEM software control that you can maybe see me moving the mouse pointer on in quadrant 3 there.
Yeah.
And then I
Check out
can
quadrant
switch into any of the 4 cameras or HDMI inputs in this case that the ATEM is receiving. So cam 4 there was the desktop being split off into 2 HDMI signals so it could be fed into the ATEM for one of those 2.
Right.
So it's a really simple thing, it only takes like 7 or 8 minutes to even describe the connection. So that's simple, right? Nice and simple.
Yeah, but do people ever just come to the video just to want the description of what
Right.
you did? Like we gotta show
that's the
them
face
this.
cam anyway. I need to show them the down the pipe. The down the pipe has a new view in it this week because the Bento 8 Pro is up on top of the rack stack now.
Right.
So, but it's all bokeh. It's all bokeh out. So it's much like Tone behind you there.
Yeah.
Tone would be visible, but for the fact that he is a blurry cream sickle in the background of Master Phil's shot.
Right.
So,
dude, look at the ring light. The ring light is like insane. Like, look at that.
even that's bokeh. Oh, because the foreground, what's in focus is that arm, the
Yeah.
boom arm for the mic,
Right.
and it's super foreground.
Oh yeah.
So
everything in focus is close. Super close.
Yeah, everything is right by the closest minimum focus distance. So everything else is really, really hardcore bokeh.
Right. Which one of the things that we want to do is talk through the Rode mic this week, right?
Yeah, that's part of this whole, what did you call it?
Workflow.
The workflow.
Yeah.
The workflow aspect. So workflow includes things like configuration, interconnection, and the way that we operate the devices that are attached to all of that configuration.
Mm-hmm. And as we go along, we'll talk about all of the gear that's involved with that. Of course, with the Sling Studio, you have to have an iPad in order to control it as a console. So
Yeah, that's the one The one thing that's kind of like super restrictive about the way that all this is done, really, I guess, is that the Sling Studio console app has to run on an iPad.
Right.
There's no other device that it can do it on.
It can't do it on any other device, but
you'd think at least a computer or something, but no, it's only an iPad app. So
yeah, so which makes it nice because then you're monitoring something on a portable iPad, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, in terms of like the concept of it, it's obviously brilliant, but
right.
It's a bit restrictive in terms of like the device usage. So from a workflow perspective, like Master Phil just showed you the tablet that he's looking at. That's for those of you that don't know, that's not regular viewers to this show. We have a situation in which we are both the talent and the directors and producers and everything that's normally on the set of a video production. We're all that rolled into
We're all
one
of it.
simultaneously. Yeah. So if we're entertaining you, it's because we're also simultaneously capable of producing the show and switching dynamically the shots and making it so that it's entertaining for your eyes visually and your ears musically or audibly.
Yep, your eyes, ears, nose,
your mouth.
fingers,
We're going to give you a little smell-o-vision this evening. Give you some delectable flavors for your mouth hole.
All the senses. You know, we tackle all the senses.
Yeah.
Smell-o-vision.
You're going to touch. You can touch your computer if you want, or your remote if you're watching this on TV.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot of touch screens.
Yeah, we're touching the shit out of everything all the time.
We keep touching things. Like,
so,
that's how we usually fuck things up, too, is like we touch too many things.
Yeah. Inadvisable touching is a fairly frequent occurrence on this show.
It's very frequent.
So, for example, in Quadrant 4 there, the shot that Derek was sitting in until he had to use the ladies' room, he has a lot of... because of the auto white balance situation in a phone, he always has a lot of like funky changing happening in his quadrant unless I touch the screen, that phone that's over there being his camera, unless I touch that and turn up the exposure white balance little thing a little bit so that it stays locked and currently at a position that looks a little bit more like the other cameras.
Right. Usually most phones are in auto mode and they will just sit there trying to hunt and pick like different ISO and different colors and different things like that, like different white balancing even. Yeah. So one of the things in our workflow is Dan has to be able to set that camera up so that it's not doing that. So.
Yeah, I don't know if I did a great job this time. I also forgot to wipe the lens, which now has a plastic protective cover over it, so there may be some hazing.
Extra glare. Little extra bokeh.
That's our mist filter, our black...
Yeah.
Our white pro mist filter that we're...
You know you're pro whenever you start using just sweat for a filter. You know?
It's just salty and sweaty, so it looks like that. So we'll call that our white pro mist filter.
It's like... this A7 III is starting to look a little, too clean. Yeah. Like if I go up and put my armpit in there,
maybe you can dirty it up a little bit. Get it like me and Derek's.
Maybe you can do armpit filter, just give it that pop.
Flesh.
Yeah. Somebody needs some armpit filters around here. I think it's me.
Yeah. It's
woo! Yeah, boy.
It's definitely me too. Okay.
We'll share our armpit filtration with the world. So, that's what we're doing here.
So, Dan, what phone is that?
That is, let me see. That's the S10 Plus over there.
S10 Plus.
Because in my pocket here I have the Pixel 4a that we discussed earlier, not having been capable of being a video camera and therefore has been relegated to all of the remote features that go along with this stream.
Right.
In my pocket.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's a good use for it.
I mean, it's better than nothing, but it's kind of an expensive remote at $350.
So that brings to my attention, how many devices do we have going all at once?
Just to do this?
Just for the stream.
I mean, if you're talking about technology devices, we've definitely got over a dozen. But if you just mean lights and everything, then we're maybe into closer to, breaking 100.
Yeah.
or something. You
And
know?
then you're adding mics and stuff in
Right,
there.
all the like everything that's on a stand. There's probably 25 of those, and then like you know, like all the stuff I turned off so Derek can't make noise during the stream, but he still touches with his fingers. If you count all those, like, is that one device or is that like 15 devices right there, right?
Right.
Right. It's like a bunch of sound pads.
There are many, my friend.
I
Many.
mean, it's
Many devices.
Very many devices.
So if you're talking about like our workflow in terms of devices, you know, one of the keys may be to have many devices in your workflow.
And you will constantly have to be
If you want to be
updating
like
them.
us, yeah, that's another problem. Like, I know enough. I mentioned in this stream a couple times maybe that I was going to do a DJ set. Shortly after that, there was a power outage for about a week, and then after that, the laptop starts freezing. After, what would you say, like about an hour, between 30 minutes and an hour of our spinning. We've been doing some sets just for fun and in preparation for that stream, but while this thing is not reliably not shutting down and freezing, we're not going to be doing a stream with DJ stuff. So I'm going to try. I've tried some stuff. I've shut down a bunch of processes already, but I'm going to try updating Serato and maybe cleaning out the laptop a little more. I was thinking at the end, we was thinking maybe that it was overheating because it didn't seem to be a music data issue as we had tested. And then we tested whether it was like a software issue, essentially, of something other than Serato. And so I think we've eliminated those. So it basically comes down to whether it's overheating or Serato from a program standpoint.
Right.
So that's another part of our workflow, essentially.
So the DJ workflow is not all there yet, but that's okay. That's one of the branches of what we do.
Yeah,
right?
You don't actually see a camera shot with the DJ rig in it.
No.
Because that's not kind of part of this workflow, right?
Yeah.
So actually,
what we
the
need
DJ
is a camera robot that just.
Yeah, they have those. They have those.
You know.
Yeah, maybe we'll mount a robot at the top of that one that has the GoPro on it now.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure that can hold another 100 pounds for
I'm
a
pretty
robot.
sure. I'm pretty sure robots should be.
Camera
getting
one
pretty cheap
here.
now, right? I mean, they have.
In quadrant 3, if you'll notice, part of our situation is that I've got a GoPro as an overhead shot there. So camera 1 in quadrant 3 there is the overhead of the GoPro, which has got the control room set up there in frame. So
There's your two
directly
head speakers.
to screen left of that is where the DJ setup is actually. But this GoPro is suspended from an absorber that's hanging from the ceiling. So that's what I was talking about when I said we could connect a robot to it. Is the same thing that GoPro is hanging on there.
Oh, we don't need a robot. We have the GoPro, is what you're saying.
Well, no, I was saying we could clip the robot up onto that, like we've got the GoPro clipped up there.
Oh, okay.
Because, you know, another 100 pounds hanging from those steel cables would be funny, right?
A great idea.
That might be funny. When that comes down on my head, that'd be funny.
Make a little poop noise.
Yeah. So there's our down the pipe shot again. I wonder if I was to go move the boom arm out of what it was focusing on, if it would then focus on something farther deeper.
Maybe so.
I think we'll try it, but that has to be a manual intervention. So even despite all this remoteness that we have in terms of our control, sometimes you just got to go there and do it with your hands and feet. All right.
Sometimes you have
All
to
right,
just
people?
do shit in real life. Okay.
IRL.
IRL.
LOL.
Let's get real with you people, okay?
You
In
people.
real life, sometimes you physically have to get up, walk around, move a microphone. I mean, why not?
Call people you.
Touch the boom arm.
Boom arm.
It is still focused on the boom arm because of the elbow. Yeah. Boom Howard. There, you know, like. Quiche. Let me look.
Arm is still technically in the frame. It's just it's become foreground bokeh in that shot. So that's nice, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And now here we are wandering oafishly out of the shot.
Oh,
I just put it on the shot. Yeah, that fixed
Wouldn't that
it.
be nice?
That fixed it, my man.
Wouldn't it be nice?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be nice? We're like the Beach Boys.
That's right.
Call me Brian Wilson.
We need other Daniel. You know, we need.
Oh man,
we need
he
the
can do the
quartet.
he
You
can,
know,
he can
to
do the Brian
it.
Wilson parts.
That's right. Beach Boy, that shit.
Yeah.
He could do.
Help me,
here.
Wanda. Help me, Wanda.
Yeah.
Derek can do it too.
Yeah. There you go.
My family is hidden with talent.
Hidden with talents. You know.
We're oafish and ugly, but talented.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
But,
that's a wash.
Not really. I mean, I think we're still one up.
Yeah, it's all right.
I think we're good. Right?
It's always a win.
I think we're
It's nice
right
to
there.
win-win.
I think we're right there. Apart from me standing in your shot and you like sitting up and all that.
So you just look at
Let me
this
see.
guy.
I probably made the shot so that I can't actually get out of it this week. Yeah.
Yep,
I'm
there you
just
go.
barely standing in the edge of it. So
Standing in the edge. Of
another
the
week
shot.
in which I have essentially failed to do my easy ass job.
Okay.
Well, I'm not too far in there. You just kind of get a whiff of my anus every once in a while
Every once in a while.
along the edge of the frame.
Well, yeah. Are you drumming over there?
I
Yeah.
think he was trying to break a stick before we actually use them.
Right.
Break those little plastic
Oh.
tips off.
Okay.
Yeah. So we got nylon tips on drumsticks. That's one of the things we did.
Nylon
Since we
tips on
stream blast.
drumsticks.
Yeah.
Why did we do that? This is
Apparently
This
it's
is
better for the U-kit mesh.
okay.
So it's for the mesh.
Oh, so the regular wood sticks might tear through a mesh like a little
Yeah,
faster,
and the
or
nylon kind of bounces more. Did you
Ah.
feel a difference?
Yes, it is noticeable.
It's kind of like a rubber ball bouncy sort of thing, right?
Yeah,
Rather than wood.
One thing that we did change was the double bass pedal. Going
Yeah,
back
we had
to
a double
the
bass,
Lisa's.
and we went back to the one that came with the kit, and it's more
It's better.
it's optimized. You know, I think
It's-
that the double kick
Super
pedal
solid.
is a thing that you have to be all in on in order to get the result that you're after,
Mhm.
and a $200 one isn't it.
Mhm.
You know,
You want 300, 400, 500.
One
I bet you the Iron Cobra, the Tama Iron Cobra one is $1,000.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah.
You know,
It's-
and I bet it's like you can just go. Grrrr
Yeah,
if
you have to
wanted
run on it, like basically running.
Yeah.
You know what we could do is we could just play that bass drum with these sticks. Yeah. Let's play it that way.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, which we can't do maybe with a regular drum set, I guess.
Right, we could just have
could.
Daniel play the top part and then somebody else just do the double bass.
I wonder if they do. Actually, no. A drum set materialized whenever a kick drum was invented.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like they're
Because
built around the
before
kick drum.
they had to play the big drum with their hand,
Yeah.
but then the guy said, "You know what? I want to play that and a snare drum, so I'm going to put a lever on that so that I can
Yeah,
actuate it with
the
my
other one.
foot."
Yeah.
And
And
the
that's
first
what-
trap set was ever made.
That's what a kick was.
So
Was when he was. he
so
just
that's when
had
trap
a
was
drum
created.
and then a snare.
Try trap music.
Yeah.
Trap. Yeah.
That's when mumble rap started.
It was mumble rapping and trapping hard. Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta trap hard.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So let's see. What have we talked about with workflow with the video that we haven't talked about? We've got cameras on camera
Okay.
links. We have one camera connected to the Sync Studio with a wire. That's the one that's here, my face cam, the ZV-1. And then the cameras in there on the ATEM are also wired.
Yep.
And then, like I said before, one of the inputs is the HDMI in from the monitor so that we can display things for you in video or whatever else is on the monitor. We'll eventually probably do some more stuff. And we have already done some stuff in terms of like showing you plugins in the Universal Audio. What do they call their thing? Like the universe? The Universal Audio
The
universe?
multiverse.
Yeah, it should be, probably should be the multiverse because from a musical software perspective, it's definitely the closest thing there will ever be to a multiverse. But last time, what we were talking about is we were going to show you some other stuff other than what we did with putting the plugins on to my microphone, right? We did the one where we put the tube screamer onto the mic, and
Yeah.
that was too quiet. And then we've now realized that it was because the SSL's monitor section is what's feeding out to this mixer. So last stream, whenever I was unable to figure out for a little while what was going on, and I had the auxes already up here, aux 1 and 2 sliders were up, it's because I had pushed an alt button in there on the monitor section on the SSL. So when you do that, an alternate input is coming in from the monitor section rather than the main one. So I had connected a circuit that kept us from hearing what it was supposed to be, but now we should be able to rectify that because now I realize that the monitor knob is what's controlling our output level.
Right.
So,
So here's the thing: is that like you will push some buttons. You'll maybe push too many buttons sometimes, but that's how you figure out how to do things. And now we know we have it under control, so we can actually talk into the Rode mic over there and adjust the volume. Right.
yeah, we were talking about how we would put like headphones on to hear that, right? How are we gonna do that? I guess I could feed you guys headphone outs out of this mixer, and then I could have a headphone in there, and then we could all hear each other while I'm talking in that mic, and you guys are talking in this,
Okay.
because it's all being fed through these mixers that way.
Okay.
But we don't really need to do that this time, because it's not like we're trying to talk to each other over this
Yeah.
session, you know. So why don't I just go talk through it, and you can listen and monitor
Through here.
through that,
Okay. Let me
because
get
that's what's going to tell you whether relatively it's at the same volume or a different volume.
Right. I'll
Oh,
go.
don't use those headphones. Those are triple stripe. And also don't use those in this, because this, I read the manual for this and it said that the triple stripe won't work in here.
Really?
It's got to be double stripe.
Okay.
So in general, maybe it would in the tablet, because the tablets they can do calls and you can do microphone stuff through those, right? So I think it might be okay in the tablet. It's always worked in the tablet, hasn't it?
It's worked in the tablet.
Oh yeah, so that should be fine then. But in the other devices like this right here, we don't want
Yeah.
to use. We want to use the one with the two
Just
stripe
dual.
only.
Right.
Yeah,
For the
because,
stereo.
the third stripe with the microphone on it, it fucks those up sometimes, the contacts.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, it's just because they're that third stripe that it's not equipped for.
Right. It's not supposed to go on there. All right.
Yeah, but I think any phone or tablet will, so it should be
Okay.
fine. So
Do it.
let's see what happens.
Okay. Okay, he's going in there. Let's see. He's getting things ready. It's weird hearing myself delayed.
How delayed are you?
It's about a second or two.
Oh yeah, just enough to throw you off. It's the odd
Yeah.
delay.
It's very confusing. I feel like I'm in another dimension.
Another dimension.
That's right.
So now there should be a lot
Oh,
of gain.
here he goes.
Can you hear me pretty good in there in your headphones?
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah? Is it a lot more signal than it was before?
Oh yeah.
I can still turn it up more.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll get louder and louder. Tell me if it's too loud, all right? How
Okay,
loud
that's
is it
good.
now? Is that even louder?
Dude, it's loud. It's good signal.
Is it too loud?
I'm looking at it.
Comparing it to yourself talking. So you keep talking too, because
Hello.
as you're listening to you talk and me talk, they should be the same volume
Yeah.
roughly.
Okay, so they should be the same volume.
Are they?
I'm watching you talk. I'm watching me talk, and they should be the same volume. It's about the same volume.
You're hearing it in your earphones, right? So if I was a lot louder, I would
Yeah.
you'd be quieter compared to me in those earphones.
Right, for sure.
Who's louder, me or you?
You're a little bit louder than me,
Okay, let me turn it down.
for sure.
Okay, now what? Are we about even now?
Okay.
Let's try this. I'm going to turn it way down.
I'm a little bit louder.
Tell me, if I turn it way down, do I go too quiet that I'm barely there?
Okay.
Now can you hear me at all in there?
I
went
can
way
hear
quieter,
you,
right?
but it's like
Way quieter?
halfway.
Sweet.
Yeah.
All right, so it's the knob, it's the monitor, it's the knob on the monitor section.
Yes. And
Yeah, so
we got
right
it
around
figured out
here,
then.
I think right around there is probably what the optimal level is going to be. What do you think?
Yeah, that sounds good.
The gain is at 38 decibels on the mic, and before I was running probably like 40, but it's because I didn't know, I didn't
Mhm.
think it was coming through. Let me see if I can hear it.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear myself. I'm actually quite loud in my headphones.
You can hear it? Yeah.
Oh, I can't really hear you very much. I must have
You
turned
can't
off
hear
the
me,
ADAT
though.
monitoring. Yeah,
Huh.
it's not on in here. So I can't hear you through the headphones unless I turn that on anyway.
Okay.
But all right, I guess we've got what we wanted accomplished for this, right?
Yeah, it's perfect.
Okay, so
Yeah, it's looking good. Sounding good, looking good. And that's what we want to do here at Infinity Times Infinity Studio. Okay, Infinity Times Infinity Studios. Okay, this is where we play music, I guess, or whatever. I don't know. What are we gonna do?
man, just that feels like a success
Yeah, that was good. That was a good set, man.
How's successful?
That feels good because
Lock that shit up.
that what happened there is that we redeemed ourselves for not having had sufficient signal coming from in there before off of that road.
Mm-hmm.
At least I hope that's what happened.
I think so.
You never know.
I
You'll
think
hear.
redemption.
Yeah, we'll hear. We shall see / hear.
But I think it is good. Oh,
it felt good
Yeah.
in my loins, the girds of my
that's right.
girding.
It's well girded.
I was gurning hard in the girds of my loins.
All right.
So that's important. That's always important in a live stream.
Yeah.
And
Sure.
you're welcome, internet.
To make sure your loins are girded.
We're here once again to provide you and to openly gesture at you,
That's right. Gurney.
Yeah.
so as
Girding.
to give you the feeling of welcome and openness.
A welcome
Gurney.
openness, but don't come. But don't come to our studio. No.
No, yeah. Unfortunately, we're back to
We can't do that now.
you can't come in.
But
You keep on knocking, but you,
you guys
can't
can
come
hang out
in.
with us during the live stream every Saturday. at
Write
10.
all your shit on a piece of paper and send it via YouTube to us.
What do you mean paper? Just comment. Leave a comment. Right? You don't even need paper.
That's right. We're putting on paper.
You
Wow.
can see what generation we're from. Put it on a piece of paper. Write it in the letter. Put it in the mailbox.
Nobody does that.
Put the postal code on the letter. Write it down.
It's funny that we don't still have a zip code.
Right.
Yeah, fuck it.
Postal code. Did you know phone numbers are like codes to
That
people?
is.
Wow,
That's
dude.
exactly it.
Okay, so I found something new. Speaking of
What's
workflow,
Okay.
you remember the 3 dots thing that we talked about for the tablets to
Yeah.
get resolution?
Right.
They changed the menu in the 3 dots now.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
What does it say?
When I touch the 3 dots now,
Says-
it has a thing that gives you like a report and then a quality. And the quality, instead of being specific ranges, it's like these 4 categories: auto recommended, higher picture quality, data saver, and then a 4th quality for current rate option at the bottom that says advanced. And then when you select advanced, then you can select a specific resolution. So
Oh,
now
okay.
it's turned to an extra step in the process for me to be able to 720p my video.
right, and that's
So then I've selected advanced and then selected 720p, and then the quality has a default back to where you select specific resolutions.
Mhm.
So they're trying to hide it from us, YouTube. Don't let them do this to you. Don't allow this low resolution that they want to feed you. Click your 3 dots, as I have
Learned.
so generously splayed outwardly toward you.
Yeah.
And then you yourself also will be the beneficiary of increased resolution.
Till the
You're
day.
welcome, Internet.
Yeah.
So-
Get all of your 1080.
So, you guys know the 3 dots, right? Like in different programs,
Use
there's
this
the 3
camera.
dots. That's
Yeah,
usually
both ways.
when
There
they're
you go. There you go.
when they're trying to hide something from you. It's usually
A
the
little
3
lower.
dots.
Yeah.
But now,
There it is. Perfect.
but now what Dan is saying is that there's another menu in front of that for the resolutions.
Yeah, man. They put another step through in there just to be bitchlets.
But it's good to know.
So don't let them get you down, my YouTubes and my Twitches. Because all of y'all be representing.
So the people that
Or
are
else you
watching
wouldn't
this
be
video know better than
Yeah.
to just let YouTube dictate whatever.
That's right. We won't let them. We're not going to take it.
We're
we
not
ain't
gonna take it.
No, we ain't gonna take it. We're not gonna take it anymore. Yeah,
So
Derek's in one of those situations where since his drums are off, he thinks he's supposed to hit them really hard.
I like where he's going with that. He's got good feeling, man. Good
He's
feeling.
like my dad when he comes in here and tries to play these. He's like, boom, bottoming him out every time he strikes it. You know, because he's one of those really hard hitting bam bam drummers. Those don't go that great with electronic kits, I've noticed, y'all. If you have a really hard hitting drummer, you might get like the $4,000 Roland D kit, or you might be in trouble. Because these mesh heads will get collapsed under the pressure of these ogres.
Under pressure.
But other than that, we're good. Hooray for our winnings
Hooray.
this evening. And
Hurrah!
we'll leave you with that, right? How long have we been doing this? Are we? Or is it?
We
how-
got
what's our time?
37 minutes and 12
That's
seconds.
our time.
So
Have a good
Cool.
night, everybody.
we are good.
Yeah, you're welcome, Internet, for your workflow descriptions.
Infinity
I
times
probably
Infinity
left
Studios.
out a lot of stuff about the audio workflow portion, but we did prove that the audio workflow portion is now functioning a little better by
What's-
talking about the SSL and the monitor section. So
Yeah. Okay, so
Can't throw gang signs, man.
no, we shouldn't do any of that. Plus, like the Hang 10 is also like a Satan deal, and like the Hook'em horns is like some kind of Satan
It's
deal.
all
You know,
Satan
so
now.
the I love you.
what
So-
about the Infinity times Infinity Studios
I
head
like-
slam?
One
I like the
matters.
I love you / rock out. All right, double rock outs.
Okay, that's cool.
I love everybody.
So, thanks for watching the show. Infinity times InfinityStudios.com. Go there, get the stuff, become part of the in the know people that don't get jacked by all the freaking technology.
Yeah.
Right?
Join the revolution.
Join
the
revolution.
workflow revolution.
Right.
Wah, 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 wah.
All right, Infinity times Infinity Studios. We sign out.